This is the daily recap, day 15 of the Live Like Luke Canada Crossing. My name is Dan Johnson. And this summer, I'm cycling across Canada from Vancouver, British Columbia, all the way to my hometown of Port Dover, Ontario. 5,000 kilometers, 53 days. And today, we checked 120 kilometers off the list, just over 4.5 or so hours of riding today. And we are out of the mountains and into the prairies. I guess once you cross the Alberta border with British Columbia, you sort of enter into the prairies pretty quickly. We had a very wet and rainy day coming from Canmore to Calgary. And so we couldn't really see the mountains. We couldn't really see the landscape change too much. This morning was sunnier and we realized that we are not in Kansas anymore. We are in flat land. Now, by flat, I mean no mountains, but I don't necessarily mean no elevation. We still had about 500 meters of climbing today, which I was kind of surprised by, but over 120 kilometers, that's pretty average and pretty normal. We had a beautiful day today, wonderful weather. I did have an east headwind right in my face, but it was a cool day. I actually had my arm sleeves on all day. I was trying to keep warm, actually. One of the challenges when it's cool is you don't hydrate as much. You don't have the urge to drink as often, so I had to force myself to keep drinking and keep eating today. But we kept our calories up and our hydration up, had a beautiful day. We are here in Bassano. Tomorrow we have about 150, 160 kilometers to get to Medicine Hat, and that's the goal tomorrow. We'll see. That's a long day in the saddle. We'll see how I feel after recovering tonight, see how I am in the morning, but that's the goal tomorrow. And then the following day we'll be into Saskatchewan already. So British Columbia, check. Alberta, almost done. I feel like we barely even got into Alberta and we're going to be gone. I want to thank the sponsor of the day today, Port Dover Minor Hockey Association. Especially I want to say thank you to Port Dover Minor Hockey Association President Patrick Kelly. Pat is just a wonderful guy in the community. He does a lot behind the scenes in administration and organization, in addition to his duties as coaching. Been able to coach a lot with Pat over the last few years, and Pat's just done a really good, honorable job over the last couple of years that I've gotten to see him do it. Pat, thank you. Thank you to the entire minor hockey community for the love and just the way that you encouraged and loved our family. And yeah, we love you guys. Also want to give a shout out to Mike Tobin and the Port Dover Sailors Junior C hockey team. You guys have been a blessing to our family, allowing us to honor Luke, raising his number 2, banner, his jersey number up to the rafters, up on the wall of the barn in Port Dover. And the Sailors being a part of that. And Mike, your encouragement in blessing my family in that way as well. Other than that, a bit of a recap for today. The route today was very, very straight with a couple big curves. It makes the riding a lot more difficult and uncomfortable because you're in one position for a very, very long time, like hours and hours and hours sometimes. But the landscape was beautiful. The prairies, the crops are growing. Everything just looks youthful and young and beautiful and bright. So a great start through the prairies. If you haven't yet made your $50 donation to the Norfolk Haldeman Community Hospice, I'd encourage you to really think about that. Times are difficult. I get that. That's why we're asking everyone to consider just putting in a little bit, and it's happening. I think we're at $57,000 raised, and in my mind, we're just getting started. It costs a lot to build a hospice, and we have a long way to go, and the capital fundraising is going well. My sort of more grassroots fundraising is going well, and together the community's really coming together on this, putting their heads together and saying, yeah, I can put my $50 on the table. Thanks so much for blessing the community. Live like Luke, belief, strength, and love.